Welcome back. You're just in time for Open Mic, where we're going to have an amazing conversation this evening. It is how do you pitch your business idea to a potential investor? But before that, on social media, more specifically on Twitter, we just want to know, how are you choosing to spend your Easter? Are you going to church? Are you going for a movie or play, just as we've seen at Nairobi West at the ICC? Or will you be traveling? So far, church has about 43%. 68 of you have voted, so jump onto social media. We really want to know how you're choosing to spend your Easter holiday. And like I said, today's conversation is how to pitch your business idea and really take it to the next level. With me this evening, I have Jeff Moyer, who is an entrepreneurship expert. And next to Jeff is Daisy Wanzala, who is the CEO and founder of DW Communication. Of course, she is none of them actually are strangers to your screens, especially Daisy. She's part of the BYOB Season 2. It's good to have you guys this evening on an Easter. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Daisy,
for having us.
let me start with you.
Yes, sure.
BYOB Season 2. And today's topic is how young people, the do's and don'ts of pitching your business idea. What is it that you've learned so far in this entire journey for you to still be here?
My Lord,
I know.
5 weeks and counting.
Yeah, and you still had to pitch it at the very beginning.
You have to pitch about like 3 times because it starts from the summit. You have to go to the summit with your business idea, present it to the directors, the judges right there, then go to the creation camp, learn how to pitch. Matter of fact, come to Nairobi, pitch the judges yet again, and eventually, let's see, if we make it to week 8, we have to make a pitch.
Speaking of pitching, pitch to Kenyans right now. What is DW Communication all about? Why communication?
DW Communication is a public relations, marketing and communications firm that offers world-class PR and marketing services to micro and small medium enterprises. Why do we do this? We do this to curb the problem of unemployment rates in the country because as statistics showcase, about 400,000 micro and small medium enterprises close down in 2 years of business operation. We're here to solve a problem. We're here to give you a leeway, convey your narrative in the market space, convert your products to sales, and most importantly, position you to play with the big boys, if I may say, you know?
I see why she's literally pitched the idea. You've seen that.
I'm almost
400,000 Zinzi. No.
You need to get your facts right before you go to an investor.
True.
So Daisy,
Yeah.
what is it that you've seen young people do wrong when it comes to pitching?
For me, the most striking part of the pitch is the opening and closing remark. Because with the opening remarks, you capture my attention as an investor.
Right.
You need to give me something to listen, something worthy of my, for me to give you time to listen to. Sure. A matter of fact, once you've captured my attention, now introduce your body. What exactly do you do? How will you convey this? And in the closing, you'll enable us as your investors or whoever is listening to the stakeholders to understand and remember you and be like, I liked what she brought on the table. She was indeed solving a problem in the society.
Right.
So get your opening and closing right.
And I like that you say that your business should be solving problems within society and not just making money. Jeff, for her, she said, make sure it's a sandwich. Have your your intro and your closing remarks powerful, and then have that part of the sandwich, your meat, which really tells you what your business is all about.
True.
As an entrepreneurship expert, what do we do wrong as young people when we're pitching to potential angel investors and wanting to really boost our business to the next level?
All right. First, thank you for having me. I have had opportunity to be in judging panels a good number of times. And a couple of things. The first thing you want to see is a guy who has passion. The guy has fire in their belly. You know, as she has said, she has a fire. She can speak to this business. She can sell even if she's not sure of something, you can sell it because of the fire. That's the first thing. You need to have the fire.
I've had people say that very many times, especially in these very many pitching shows that we've seen, like KCB Lions Den, Shark Tank, etc., that some of these investors will invest not because of your idea, but because of the person.
Yes.
They're investing in the person.
That's
so passion.
Exactly. You see, what I'm buying is you. Yeah. I'm buying the person who is pitching. One of the things about business is a business has multi-dynamics. The one thing that is consistent with business is change. So you want to hire a guy or invest in a guy who will be okay regardless of what changes come. You might go into PR as you're going, then you realize, hey, this is not working out. This is not going the way I want. If the person is right, they can be able to shift, change tact.
Be flexible.
Be flexible, you know. And business is very relational. I buy from you if I like you. If I don't feel you, I will not buy from you. And from even very basic conversation, let me give you an example. You're going somewhere, you're going to Gekomba, you're going to buy a shirt. Then there's this guy who has fire and is telling you how nice this shirt is. If you wear it and you come to KTM,
you're getting that promotion.
Cafe, the show will be, you know, it will be the bomb.
Yes.
Then there's this other guy who tells you, okay, hii shati ni 500. The guy is like warm water. You know, who will you buy from? You buy from the guy who, you know, that's passion. So when you're pitching, pitch with fire. The next guy, when you're thinking about pitching, you need to have your data. You need to know your thing, as
like
you have
what you
mentioned.
said, the 400,000
exactly.
figure she mentioned.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Have your data right, have your statistics right, know how big your market is, talk about it. Never say, I don't know. You can, if you're asked a question by the guys who are judging you and you're not really sure, you say, I would love to take a bit of look on that particular issue. However, on another matter, divert them to what you're good at or what you know that is related to what it is. But never say you don't know. When you say you don't know, you look as if you don't have your cards right. So that's the second item when you're doing a pitch to these guys.
Fire and have your data.
Then the last one, have your numbers.
Ooh.
If you don't have your numbers, exit, run.
Right.
Because the judges, the investors, they'll chew you like chips. They'll eat you, they'll tear you apart completely.
And when you mean numbers, Jeff, you're not talking about the data that she's given, 400,000.
No.
And I want to say it's, for example, and I have seen this, especially in some of these pitching shows, where you say, I will give you 40% stake in my business, and in 3 years, this is your profit return. Is that what you mean when you say numbers?
Numbers, I mean a couple of things. The first thing are what we call in finance your profit and loss.
Yes.
How much money are you intending to make? That's your turnover. What are the expenses? What is the ratio of your income to the expenses? You need to know that. I know it's mathematical. Maybe your background is not finance. You'd rather get an accountant to help you. But you need to know your numbers. You need to know your numbers. Then after that, you want these guys to invest X amount of money. Remember, no investor invests in you because of love. No.
I like
it is
that.
not about love. It's about their own personal interests of money. So tell them, WIFM, what is in it for me?
Do you agree, Daisy?
I totally do agree. You have to give the investor a value.
Yes.
What value are they bringing to your business? I just can't come and tell you, as he said, I'm selling a shirt at 300 and there's a very long, compelling story towards another person. Send me the value. For my company, for instance, our value is in creating inspirations. I work with micro and small medium enterprises. What am I selling? It's the inspiration. What impact do I have to the people? I am solving unemployment problems and giving these SMEs a sustainable plan to be in the level, I mean, in business for a very long time. So sell a story and give the investor value. Don't be all about the money. I'm here to get, let's say, from BYOB, we are getting $50,000. So I can't go to my investors with Safaricom and be like, I just need 5 million shillings to come and for you to come and invest in my business. No, what value are you giving us? What will our partnership with you benefit us? What is our cost? Companies, investors are now looking for costs. What is the greater good? What is the greater good of your company? If you're solving unemployment, I want to be part of that. If you're enabling small, micro, if I invest in DW Communications, you give a chance to very many other companies to be able to run sustainably and generate employment. So be on that level, give a value other than the numbers.
In addition to what she has said, an investor is looking for a couple of things.
Right.
One, the first thing the investor is looking for is sustainability of this business. That this business is not just here for today. This business will be here tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. This business, you demonstrate sustainability. That's number one. The second thing you demonstrate is profitability. That you are selling a service, like your communications company, you're selling a service at X, and but you spent X minus 2 to make it. So profitability, you have to demonstrate profitability. The next item you demonstrate is social good. Nowadays, exactly. what in business is now being referred to as a double bottom line.
Right.
You know, that you're not just making money, you're not coming to extract from society only, but there is a social good, there is an education. Like, for example, the social good of your nice show, Youth Cafe, is that you're educating your people. So already, if I am to invest, I can invest in your entity. You get me?
I hear
so
you.
you have to bring in the whole issue of social good. Then the last item is that the thing is scalable properly.
Scalability.
You need scalability. That you can have a multiplier of that item, that you can take your business, not just to Nairobi and Mombasa where you come from, but you can take it to Tanzania, you can take it to Uganda. You know, 2017 was a tough year for many businesses. But one of the things I have been saying over and over again, either when I'm coming for the business show that I do on Wednesdays here, or in different places for us that I speak, is if Kenyans would invest beyond Nairobi, beyond the country, go to Uganda. There's no election. There was no election in 2017 there. Go to other spaces. The government is trying to create environment in other countries.
Right.
Go to other spaces.
Right.
So an investor wants a scalable business, that your business can be taken, you can multiply it, you can take it to Nigeria that has extremely so many millions of people, you can take it to Rwanda that has new opportunity, you can take it to countries like South Sudan that are trying to rebuild themselves, Somalia is trying to rebuild itself, you can scale
New
it.
markets.
Exactly.
Daisy, for you as an individual, not as a company, what would you say your strength is?
My strength as an individual is in communications, because that's the thing I do well. I convey messages and strategic plan towards it, and that is what I bring on the table. And for a business, it's all about the persona of the person running the business. If your persona is good enough in the business, you'll be able to see the opportunities that are at hand and also take into the consideration the risk factors. So you have to place yourself in your business and sell it as is. Because people, as he said before, people do not buy what the company is about. They buy personalities, they buy incredible, compelling stories. My story in communication comes furthermore, like from my background. Growing up as a child, I grew up from a family with HIV and AIDS, and I had to constantly prove myself that I was good enough, that my story or the environment which I lived in. Because all people saw in me in 2000s, I mean, HIV was a taboo by then. They just thought, this girl is from an HIV family, infected family, and so that's all she was. I had to come to people and say, like, I'm good enough in my education. I can do everything you're asking of me, and I'm a human being who can do every single thing. I mean, yes was the answer for me. So with that, that was my persona, and it's a thing like that grew up from a young age to right now, and that was DW carries stronghold in branding and in communication.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, more with Daisy and Jeff, but first of all, at Conham, this week we want to introduce you to a gentleman known as David Wonder. He's a musician. Here is part of his work.
This week on Art Corner, we feature singer, songwriter, and gospel artist David Wonder.
Yo, naitwa David Wonder, straight out of EMB Records. Watu wengine wanaita Prince Wonder, Vocal Prince, zote nakubali. But mine is simple, David Wonder. I'll discover naweza sing nikiwa primary school, I think. Tulikuwa tunastay na cousin yangu fulani na alikuwa anapenda music sana. So what ilikuwa ina happen ni alikuwa akiweka music na try kusing along, and alikuwa anani encourage sana na unaweza. So primary school ndo nilidiscover yenyewe naweza imba. Ona vile mimi nasota tulia nikwambie. Haijakuwa rahisi naweza sema, because unakuwa na so many challenges. Kuna time after high school nilijaribu kushikana na maboy wangu wawili from church yetu, tukajaribu kuimba, but things hazikuwa zina work out to an extent that tukahave ku break group, kila mtu akienda njia yake. And on my side nikijiongelelea mimi, life ilinipin down sana to an extent that nilihave kurudi back ushago. Alafu after a while ndio nikaitwa ka job. Funny enough ilikuwa job ya salon. Nikarudi nikaanza ka job, ndio sasa with time tukapatana na bahati, ndio hivyo ndo nililand MB. Ninavyoishi mimi nahisi nimejam. so far nimefanya wimbo 6 of which hiyo ya mwisho ya 6 nimerelease like 2 days ago. Nilianza na wimbo naitwa Naelewa yangu peke yangu. Nikakam kwa song tulikolabo na DK kwenye beat naitwa Niambie. Alafu nikakolabo na CEO Boss Bahati, wimbo inaitwa Ndogo Ndogo, na hiyo ndo I think God alileta breakthrough hapo.
Hizi vitu ndogo ndogo ndogo, hizi vitu ndogo ndogo ndogo, hizi vitu ndogo ndogo ndogo.
Alafu nikafanya wimbo pia yani sasa hiyo ndo ilinipeleka to the next level, wimbo inaitwa Mtindo. Watu wali appreciate sana. Nikakuja nikafanya wimbo this year, nimeanza na wimbo ilikuwa inaitwa Please Call Back like a month ago.
Ukipata missed call please call back, ukipata missed call please call back.
Alafu ndio sasa 2 days ago nimerelease my brand new song inaitwa Kumbuka Ghetto.
Ukitembelea watu kumbuka ghetto, ukitembelea watu kumbuka ghetto.
Sometimes kuna hiyo pressure. Kuna hiyo pressure ya kuimpress, kuna venye wase wana expect to dress in a certain manner. Kuna times labda wase wana expect kuwa in a certain event, wana expect entrance yako utakuwa unakuja na this kind of car, una understand, or expect kuje mguu ama na kanduji. Kuna wase wana expect that ukirelease song, next song inafaa kuwa even bigger and better than nyingine, una understand. Kuna so many things. Kwanza in regards to gospel artists, yani expectation ni mingi sana yenye wasa wanataka. Locally mimi utamani sana msee wangu na ironical that tuko close na tujaifanya kitu. Kuna boy anaitwa Mr. Seed. Namtambua sana, the energy yani iko on another level. Najua tuka link up naye tunaweza come up na kitu poa sana, unajua. And internationally mimi utamani sana kuwork na Kak Franklin na Malakre. Hawa wawili muziki yao inakuanga tu next level. This year kwanza nataka kufanya vitu kubwa, acha niseme hivyo. If God allow nifanye great things last year, then this year inaenda kuwa bigger and better. Yeah, hiyo tu ndio tunaweza waambia. So kama hii mwaka itakuwa bigger and better, then in the next 5 years, yani God willing, najua yani international levels itakuwa zimejipa. Industry ina depend na mind ya msanii, naweza sema hivyo. Because first of all inaanza from product yako, because unajua ni kama unauza kitu, una understand, and product lazima ikuwe poa ndio wase waweze kuconsume. So ina depend kwanza na nini unapea watu, ina depend pia na mentality tu yako pia, as in vile utaifanya do irudi back, una understand. Kuna so many avenues, but ina depend na vile wewe umefungua mind yako. So siwezi sema ati hakuna. If mtu yote anataka huko nje anataka kuwa kama Wanda, naweza mwambia it's very much possible, because mimi pia kuna siku nilikuwa mahali natamani kuwa ka another big artist, una understand. And me take just a few years down the line, and sijafika still, but niko najiona somewhere close to hapo, una understand. So it's not a crime ku dream na ku dream big. So it's just a matter of working hard towards your dream and never giving up. Yeah.
Ukitembelea watu kumbuka ghetto.
All right, Jeff and Daisy are still here. Jeff, you were saying it's very important we highlight the fact that why you?
Yes.
You called it the competitive advantage. All right.
Competitive advantage is why you? Why you? Why should I invest in your business? Why should I not invest in the other guy's business? You have to make it clear that you are faster, you can do it better, you maybe are cheaper than other people or more competitively priced. You have thought through the items that are the facets of that business to such an extent, to such nitty-gritty, that there is no one else who can perform this better.
You're
it
the
has
better
to
option.
be you. You're the better option. It's either you or you. You know, you have to tell this investor that, you know, you best invest in me, because if I were you, I would invest in me because I'll make you the money.
Oh, wow.
And another snippet of competitive advantage is a strategy we are calling nowadays a blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean is where you have looked at your business and your pitch, and you have this idea that you have undisputable market that is just yours. Instead of in how Kenyans do business, when you open an M-Pesa shop, 10 other guys open next door.
Right.
When you open a PR company, all your friends who are seeing you right now on TV will open a PR company because they'll think that's where the money is.
Yeah.
But Blue Ocean is thinking through, what can we do? What new value can we put in that can change the game? Let me give an example that people already know. Uber. The taxi business has been there. I've had opportunity to work with many of the old taxi companies, and they used to make tons and tons of money because when they take you from point A to B, they charge you to and fro. You know, but these guys came in and saw an undisputable market space where they charge you for just the distance.
Right.
And you can be able to predict the distance. So what is this?
That will make you stand out.
That makes you stand out, that makes you not fight makes you not fight with everyone else.
Right.
That you're not just the photographer who does the weddings, but you have some peculiarity in the demeanor of how you do business that sets you apart completely. If you are able to demonstrate that properly, the investor has to invest.
I love that. Daisy, what would be your advice for young people?
I think my advice to add on what Jeff has said is do your homework. Research on your data and everything that entails to it. All those nitty-gritties, don't leave space for questioning from the investor's perspective. At BYOB, we get a chance to even go to for financial training on our business model. And that should be the structure or co-foundation of your business. Who's your customer segment? You need to identify, because this customer segment is the skeleton to your business. You'll understand how to reach to them, through which channels, most importantly, the value addition that Jeff is speaking about, and what cost structures do you have as a company? What does the W need to do to pay like rent? Do I need to pay salaries? Do I need to pay for basic amenities like internet? Who are your partners and your return of investment to the investors? So show all these modules. Do not leave space for questioning and get them right. Do not assume facts.
All right. Thank you so much. Because of time. I know. We should have this conversation yet again. But because of time, Daisy and Jeff, thank you so much for coming this evening on a Friday evening. During Easter, you've really helped educate a lot of young people outside there. And have you ever imagined if Jesus was tried in a Kenyan court? More so, what kind of offense would he get and what would he be charged with? Well, a short film here in Kenya would answer that question, and we would love to leave you with that specific trailer. But for our Christian viewers, enjoy your Easter weekend. Please don't drink and drive. And from the Youth Cafe team, my producer Faith, my director Joanne, and myself and Brian Aseli, thank you so much. See you next week Friday. Bye-bye.
My late husband, my beloved Jude, he used to work with him.
He has no Twitter handle, yet he has more followers than I do.
The problem is, people believe he can do anything. He was causing a revolt by telling people not to pay taxes to Jawabu City. How can the city run without people paying taxes?
Hata ni time una waste jamaa. You could have been an activist from kitambo sana.
I agree with you, Jude. This guy is always rubbing shoulders with all the wrong people.
We all agree. He's indeed such a threat to us and the rest. He's going to turn these people against us.
We are looking for Yeshua, son of Jay.
This is the guy you're looking for.
How can you betray the son of a carpenter with a kiss?
Save your words for the court.
How are you able to tell the court how Daddy died?
Objection, Your Honor. Why should the child be taken through such torment?
Overruled.
Kindly read for us the third line.
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel is harassing my witness.
This man is to blame for his death, and now